Welcome to another episode of Messiah Gains on Cars. Today is a bit of a special episode because I'm bringing you a brand new series. This is actually going to be called the Land Cruiser Battle Series. Just like the Benz Revival series, this is another sub-series in the Messiah Gains on Cars. It's just that I have a particular love for the Land Cruisers, and I don't see so many people comparing the different models and the different specs. So I thought it'd be a good idea to do that in sunny Nairobi. So I hope you guys enjoy. If you do, hit like, subscribe if you want to see more. Cheers. Two examples of the fantastic Land Cruiser. On the left, of course, is the Land Cruiser Cygnus. If I give you a bit of context, it's a Land Cruiser Cygnus because it's an equivalent of the LX 470 that was sold in a similar year. So basically it is a top spec Land Cruiser with all the luxury amenities that you get with a Lexus variant. And these were back in the days when Lexus hadn't completely branched their lineup into different kind of models. Like now when you see the LX 570 and you see the Land Cruiser 200 series, underneath they're all the same, but the interiors and the exteriors have completely been revolutionized. So on the right, of course, we have a beautiful Land Cruiser 200 series. This is with the 2013 facelift, and with the 2013 facelift you got those redesigned headlights. Before they were fully halogen, now you get a projector beam in between, and you get LED fog lamps. And over here on the Cygnus you do have projector beams. So you tell me what you guys think about the fronts of these vehicles. Of course, one is slightly ahead of the other. That's why it looks a bit larger. But hey, how about that? So if we just take a few close-ups, and then I will give you more of the features, but I just want to do justice here with the side-by-side comparison. Alright, so you can see that what Toyota did with the 200 series is they went for more of the straighter lines, more of the boxier look. So you can see this hood. If you look at the hood, it's got the nice grooves, and it's quite a bold frontage here in the 200 series. Whereas if you look at the Cygnus, it's quite a classy, elegant kind of look, but there's less grooves on the hood. The hood is much more straight and it's facing downward. Whereas if you get into the 200 series, you'll notice that hood. It does make the car feel a bit more muscular. We do notice front sensors on that bumper. The Cygnus also has got its own sensors. Windscreens are similar. But what we have in the Cygnus is this side cladding. Very classy kind of side cladding, reminiscent of Mercedes-Benz in the 80s and 90s. And what Toyota did with the 200 is they went more for those straight lines, boxier look, and a bit of chrome bits attached. But you've got simple side steps over here, whereas in the Cygnus you have got side steps with lights. You can see those two bars over there. Those are actually lights that light up and give you good lighting at night. If we compare, you can see the Cygnus is equipped with these 18-inch alloy rims. Quite nice gunmetal finish. And on the 200 series, this one of course has actually been upgraded to 20-inch, but they did come with 18-inch alloys. So continuing with the exteriors, we can see that both cars have actually been finished with a pearl white finish. One of the most beautiful paint jobs, in my opinion. This pearl white finish is slightly different in both these vehicles. The color code varies very slightly, and so it does look ever so slightly different. So you guys tell me what you think about these two vehicles and which one you would pick. If we look at the grills, actually the Cygnus model has got this chrome grille which is quite bold, But the 200 series, of course, they went crazy with it. It became even bigger, and you can of course also spot that front camera, which gives you good visibility from the interior when you're navigating this vehicle. I think everything with the 200 series was slightly bolder, slightly bolder, slightly bigger. You can even see that with the little mirrors. They became bigger compared to the Cygnus. As did the door handles. Of course, you got the automatic door handle, so if you have the key next to you in your pocket or whatever, you can access the vehicle. Those kind of features were not available on the Cygnus. But the Cygnus was well spec'd in terms of LED tail lights and beautiful chrome bits at the back and lights, and of course a spoiler and roof rails. The 200 series did have the spoiler, did have the roof rails, did have these LED tail lights, but it's more of a boxy look. Definitely more of a boxy look. So actually the second aspect that we want to tackle in this series is the power plants of these two vehicles. You got the Land Cruiser Cygnus over here with the famous 2UZ FE, and you have got the 200 series here with another version of the 2UZ FE. But if we talk about differences, first of all, you can see the engine compartments, and you can see that the engine compartment of the 200 series is actually smaller than the engine compartment of the 100 series. And that's because Toyota managed to actually fit the engine in a smaller space in the 200 series, and that innovation allowed them to add more cabin space basically. But you're running a similar power plant. Basically the Cygnus is giving us 275 horsepower, and the 200 series is giving us 285 horsepower. But both of them are equipped with VVTi, and they are both mated to a 5-speed transmission, which is silky smooth in both the vehicles. I have test driven both of them. So you can see with the Cygnus we've got this massive air cleaner over there, come into the engine. You've got the whole brake system over there, the ABS, the brake fluid, the reservoir. You've got the AHC fluid over there. Come up to our battery over here, our fuse box, and then a big radiator in the front. And on the 200 series you got a similar layout. A few minor differences. So why don't we actually turn the vehicle on and hear the different power plants. Let's start with the 200 series. I'll just keep the phone here so we can get a listen. Here is that 200 series engine sound. And then we come over to the 100 series, the Cygnus. This is a 4.7 liter V8. 200 series also has a 4.7 liter V8. So let's listen to this. So I just wanted to attempt to show you these pearl white pearl white paint jobs. They really are quite spectacular, and the finish really brings out the best in the vehicle. I'm not sure it's being caught on camera here, but even with the Cygnus you've got a pearl white finish that's just unbelievably done. And a good note is that when you look at these windows of this 200 series, you can see this last compartment is actually smaller as compared to the Cygnus. You can see the Cygnus, we've got this massive window at the back. That one is actually controllable from the driver's area. I can basically take it outwards and bring it back inwards electronically if I need to, you know, take out any bad odors in the vehicle or anything like that. Probably another interesting note is that actually, as I said, this rim has been upgraded to a 20-inch, but the 200 series does come with an 18-inch alloy. But it's worthy to note that Toyota did upgrade the tire size. So you got a bigger tire that comes with the Land Cruiser 200 series. You get a 285 60 R18, I believe, whereas in my Cygnus I'm actually getting a 275 65 R18. So slightly larger width in tire. That's standard on the 200 series, which you can see both of them have got those projector beams. Very, 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 very nice headlights. The dual headlights on the Cygnus versus the big projector beam and the big lights with the imposing grille on the 200 series. So here are the exteriors of these vehicles. I mean, I've tried to cover it as much as I can. I hope you have seen and been able to compare them side by side to make your pick. I mean, the point of this series is to put these or pit these two incredible SUVs against each other. And I mean, everyone is different and everyone will pick a different SUV, but I think we can both appreciate the machines that these two vehicles are and the capability right here with these two vehicles. So here's how both the vehicles look from the rear. You guys let me know what you think. Here is the Cygnus and here is that 200 series. You know, which one draws your eye more? Which one is more imposing on the road? And which one would you have, basically? Let me know in the comments down below. So that is it, guys. The first episode of the Land Cruiser Battle Series. This one, 2007 Land Cruiser Cygnus versus a 2008 Land Cruiser 200 series. The first episode looking at the exterior. Hope you guys enjoyed. Many more episodes coming. Catch me for the second episode of this series, where we're going to look at the interiors and compare the interiors of this vehicle. Definitely don't want to miss that episode, but for today, it's been Masai Gaines checking out.